Welcome to the Guided Expressions podcast with Martin Williams, the place to learn and be inspired to live your best life. Here is your host, Martin Williams.
Hey everybody, my name is Martin Williams. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Guided Expressions podcast. Today what I wanted to talk to you about is having a burning desire. Now, you may have heard that term before. The first time that I heard it, it was from Think and Grow Rich, classic book. I think everyone should read it. And really what Napoleon Hill was talking about there is that it's important that we tap into our burning desire. And having a burning desire is one of the important facets or steps to creating wealth, whatever wealth means to you. You know, wealth may mean money. It may mean greater health. It may mean greater relationships. There may be something that you want to do, not just for yourself or for others, but whatever that is, it almost always starts with a burning desire. And what I find is that a lot of people get complacent, especially as we get older. Just celebrated a birthday yesterday. And, every time I turn the page on another year on this earth, I get a greater sense of clarity. And, ideally, you don't want to wait 364 days to get more clarity, but there's something about, getting, 1 year older to really get you clear about why you're here and, are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? And I think that a lot of that comes from refocusing on whatever burning desire that we've had for our lives and for ourselves. I know for me, I've had a burning desire for achievement. There's things that I want to do. There's places I want to go. There's, places I want to see. There's things that I want to experience. There's, there's certain levels of financial abundance that I want to experience. And so that burning desire has always been there. And I think what happens is that we get satiated. We get a little complacent. We get a little comfortable where we are, especially if we've achieved a little bit of what we want. And, we get to a place where, it feels all right. And a lot of times we can get stuck there. Okay. We don't always get stuck in the worst places. Sometimes we get stuck in good places, but the good place, and, it's okay to be grateful and it's okay to have appreciation, but there may be something greater for us to do. And oftentimes I think God pushes us to higher achievements in those good places. It may be good, but it's not good enough. You may be, let's say, you might be at a job, but it gets to a place where, you can't really stay there any longer. Like it's comfortable for a little while, and then you get to a place where it's like, I'm really not, I don't know if I really want to stay here anymore. And I believe that that's a kind of godly discontentment, right? In that you don't necessarily hate the job, but if everything were perfect, we wouldn't change it, right? All innovation comes from improvement. All innovation comes from someone saying, hey, how can we do this better? Richard Branson is a great example. He said he founded Virgin Airlines because he took a flight from London, and I believe it was to New York. And he said the experience was awful, and he felt that he could do better. And in fact, he says that that's an impetus for many of his business decisions, of whether to get into a particular business or not, is, can it be done better? Is there a way that it can be done better? And if he sees that it can be, he goes into that business. And we all know that Virgin has gone into a diversified amount of industries, whether it's records, beverages, airlines, obviously. Now they're doing trains. So, they're in all these different industries because they felt that it could be done better. And I think we need to treat our lives that way. Is there a part of your life that you want to improve? And to me, it goes back into tapping into that burning desire. A lot of people have a burning desire to be healthier, a burning desire to be more, financially stable, a burning desire to have their own business, a burning desire to do what they love to do. Whatever that case, whatever that burning desire is for you, tap into it. Stop allowing yourself to become comfortable in a place that you don't want to be, right? You don't want to stay in that job for 20 years. So stop being comfortable there and begin to tap into that burning desire to do what it is that you truly want to do. Tap into that burning desire to, to start that company, to start that new industry, to start that podcast, to start that, that video series, whatever the case may be, to write that screenplay, to write that song, whatever that burning desire is for you. And maybe it may not be as grandiose as that. It may simply be, just start cleaning up your house or whatever that is, whatever that burning desire is that you've been putting off. I don't care what it is. Tap into that. Tap into it. Let that burning desire rage within you, because what it's going to do is that it's going to force you to take action. Okay? The reason that most people are stuck is that they don't tap into their burning desire. Okay? They don't tap into it. They don't tap into the thing that they truly want to do. They don't tap into the thing that truly matters to them, right? They're doing what society has told them that they should be doing. Society tells you to work 40 years and, retire at 65 or 70 or whatever the retirement age is now. And, society tells you to live in a certain area and society tells you to do all these different things. And it's not overt, it's covert, it's, so a lot of times it's unsaid, but, when you decide that you want to live outside the box, a lot of times we're met with resistance, and the resistance isn't that it's the wrong thing. The resistance is, people aren't living that way. Okay. How many people do you truly know, like personally, that live outside the box? How many people do you truly know personally, do things that are not orthodox or not what society tells them to do or tells them that they should do? Okay, for most people live within the boundary lines of life, right? They live within, everything that society has told us that we should be doing and how we should be living. That's what most people do, because that's what's safe, right? That's what keeps us from being criticized. That's what keeps us from being ostracized, right? Because a lot of times when you decide to live outside the box, it puts you at odds with people, even with people that you love and people that you care about. It puts you at odds with people who, grew up with you and know you from way back when, right? But when you decide that you're going to live from that burning desire, and when you decide you're going to do that thing, right, that's been raging within you, that thing that, whatever it is, like, and most of us have had burning desires from childhood, right? But that burning desire, that is what's going to launch you into greatness, okay? That's what's going to launch you into doing amazing things. And when we get to the end of our lives, whenever that is, we don't want to have regrets, okay? We don't want to have, these bouts of, man, I wish I would have done X, Y, Z. I wish I would have started that business. I wish I would have. That's painful because it's a what if. You never know what would have happened if you had just done it. But my thing is, live from that burning desire and go and do it anyway. You're much better off saying, well, I did that for 2-3 years and it wasn't what I thought it would be, right? But at least you can say, I know, now I know, right? You have greater clarity from taking action. Whatever I can give to my daughter, I would tell her that, as long as you're not, harming anyone or stealing from anybody or anything like that, just do it. Just do it. Like, jump out there and go and try it and see if it's for you or not. Because, at the end of the day, that's what we have is our experiences. When we pass away, right, what we have is our experiences. That's what you're going to remember. You're not going to remember the money. You're not going to remember all the stuff that you accumulated over time. And there's nothing wrong with any of that, right? I'm not here to say that there is, but it's the experiences, really. People want more money so they can experience more things, okay? People want money so they can travel and have freedom to travel and have freedom to do the things that they truly care about, right? Life comes down to experiences, and most of us will not step out into those experiences until we tap into our burning desires. What is it that we truly want to do? Because what that burning desire is going to do is going to burn off all indecision. It's going to burn off all the fear, all the trepidation, all the doubt that you've been having, right? All the stuckness that so many people deal with. So many people are stuck because they're trying to do what society is telling them to do instead of doing their burning desire. What is your burning desire? Okay? What is the thing that you truly want to do? I said this to my fiance yesterday. We were talking about stuckness and being stuck, and I said, if there's someone who was in, a burning building, right? A loved one is in a burning building, and you had the power to go in and save them, would you do it? And of course the answer is yes, right? Would you think about anything like smoke or the heat of the fire? You wouldn't think about any of that stuff. The only thing that you would think about is, I got to get them out, right? And that's what having a burning desire is about, because your desire is to get them to safety. You don't care about anything else, okay? And that's where you have to get to with your business, with your goals, whatever it may be. You got to get to the place where you don't care about anything else, where the only thing you care about is achieving that. And when you get there, it takes less time. And in most cases, it takes less energy, because that burning desire is what's driving you. That burning desire is what's keeping you going late at night when most people are asleep. That burning desire is what's keeping you going. That burning desire is what's getting you up in the morning. That burning desire is what's pushing you. And that's what it takes. It takes a burning desire. Tap into that burning desire. Stop waffling. Stop being complacent. Stop messing around. Stop wasting time. That burning desire is what's going to push you forward and push you into your new destiny. So I want to thank you for listening. Please subscribe to the podcast. You can subscribe on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, as well as Apple Podcasts. And also keep an eye out for the Blueprint course that is coming. Should be coming by the end of January, as well as my new book, The Blueprint Visualization System. I'm going to teach you how to visualize your goals, visualize the life that you want. All right. So my name is Martin Williams. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Guided Expressions podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify to get all the latest content from Guided Expressions. No one builds a house without a blueprint, so why are you trying to build your dream life without one? That's why the Blueprint course was created. The Blueprint course is for people who know they were meant for more. Created by Martin Williams, the Blueprint is a streamlined way to help you create the life you've always wanted. Get instant access now by clicking the link in the description box or going to guidedexpressions.com/blueprint.